Tough choice with Kazeem, Rahman. Would you rather? Tough choice. Only be able to wipe your tough choice by scooting around on the carpet. Tough choice. Tough choice.
What kind of carpet is it? If it's alpaca, give me the carpet.
Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem Rahman, blessed and highly favored host of the Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman podcast. Guys, let's get started. You know how we do here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause. And at the end, of course, we have our final choice.
Let it begin. Let it begin.
Would you rather create a subscription service that delivers random magical objects monthly, or a store that only stocks items that glow in the dark? Now, whenever these happen, we have to start thinking less with our emotions and more with our brains. What's going to make us more money, right? Let's start with the beginning. A subscription service that delivers random magical objects monthly. Magical. Magical is the key word here, right? Because magical can be used for good, but magical can also be used for bad. But if it's a subscription service, I can charge, if we're talking monthly, listen, and it's before I explain how evil this sounds, because I know what I'm about to say sounds exceptionally evil. I know the vibe here. I know the vibe of our fans. I'm going to charge at least $10,000 a month to deliver random magical objects. Yes, I understand that. And only rich people will be doing this. So only rich people will be dealing with magic, and only rich people will be doing evil things with magic. Yes, I understand that. But we have to make a living. We have to make money. And we can't sell glow-in-the-dark things, because glow-in-the-dark things, they don't, how do I say this nicely? I like glow-in-the-dark stuff. I loved it as a child. I love it as an adult, if I'm being honest with you. I love glow-in-the-dark stuff. I will simply say glow-in-the-dark wears off after 2 hours. 2 hours of hanging out with glow-in-the-dark things, 2 hours of playing with something and then just turning the lights off and then playing with it some more. I don't care. After 2 hours, I don't care. And don't tell me you love glow-in-the-dark stuff either, because you don't. Even if it's shoes, shirts, and of course, if it's, we only stock items that glow in the dark, we sell everything, but those things happen to glow in the dark. Cell phone cases, shoes, shirts, hats, all types of clothing, underwear, lingerie, glow in the dark, right? But it just wears off after a while. The novelty wears off after a while. But if I have a subscription service that just delivers people random magical objects, and guess what? These magical objects isn't always a wand. It's not always going to be a wand. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I feel like if I'm sending magical objects monthly, 1 month is going to be a wand. The next month, it's going to be like an invisibility cloak. The next month, it's going to be a hat. The next month, it's going to be a candle. The next month, it's going to be like a robe. The next month, it's going to be some gloves, right? It's going to be different kinds of objects. Does that justify the rich people doing evil things with my objects? No. No, it doesn't. And I'm going to feel really bad in my mansion when I'm counting my money about, with my magic money. Just saying. I'm going to feel terrible. I don't want you guys to feel that if I sell magical objects and people use them for evil, I'm not going to feel bad. I'm going to feel so bad. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sleep in, the master bedroom. I might have to sleep in like the guest mansion in behind my big mansion. You know what I mean? So it's gonna suck, right? But I have to sell it to provide for me and my family and a couple friends. Sometimes we want to go to like, I don't know, I've never been on vacation before, so let's say Mexico, right? Let's say Barbados, right? Let's say, we're going to be millionaires. So we can't really go wherever. But I'm just saying, I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to be doing some, I'm not going to be okay. I'm just going to be okay. I'm not going to be okay. I'm going to hate the fact that I'm making millions of dollars selling magical objects to the richest people in the world. Just saying. Would you rather have a pair of gloves that allow you to draw in the air, or a pair of boots that let you walk on walls? Again, I don't know why I'm thinking about money today, but I'm just thinking about the money. If I have a pair of gloves, similar to like, I'm assuming similar to like a air glider kind of thing. You know how some people let you write in the sky, you like hire a guy. Some people hire a guy to write in the sky, be like, will you marry me? Or love you, Alicia, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like there was one time where someone wrote in the LA sky, Joe Rogan is 4'3", his actual height, or something like that. And let me tell you, it's kind of funny. And yo, I didn't know air writers are that skilled, because that's a long sentence, right? Will you marry me? I'm sure they get it all the time, but you get a specific kind of sentence, it's like, yo, you kind of have to know what you're doing. You kind of have to know coordinates also. So just saying. All right, what would I do though? I'm going to do the gloves. I have to do the gloves because it's just, come on, it's easy, right? Someone hires me, again, it's going to be like, I would lower the thing. I would lower it. It'd be like 700, 1,000. I wouldn't, something light, right? I'll do like 3 a weekend, right? Just write in the sky. Or you can fly me out to write in the sky for you, and we can do it like that. But I don't need boots that walk on walls, because I don't ever need to walk on walls, right? So what I would do is probably just sell the boots. I could probably just sell the boots. And I know someone, how do I say this nicely? Some rich weirdo idiot will buy the boots. So yeah, because sometimes I don't want to work, and I don't want to turn down easy money, because it just lets me ride in the air, right? And also, I know me, man, if I have to like spell in the air, you can't like redo. It's like pen. There's no white. It's not like pen, actually. There's whiteout in pen. There's no whiteout in the sky. And I don't know how to spell as well as I should, if that makes sense. I don't know how to spell as well as I should at all. So I'm probably just going to do these boots. I'm glad I walked through that. But if I had to write, oh my goodness. Now that I'm really thinking about it, thank God I picked the boots. You're making me draw in the air. Whew, that's too much pressure. That's too much pressure. That's way too much pressure. I can't do that. I'm going to take these boots. I'm going to sell them for $3 million. No, $5 million. I'm going to sell them for $5 million, and I won't sell them for $5 million. I will put them on eBay. The bidding war will start at $5 million, and whatever happens, happens. Right? I'm not trying to cheat any rich person out of their money. I'm lying. I am. But I know at $5 million, that's when it's like, okay, are you really serious about this? Do you really want my what's it called? You really want my boots? Huh, Elon? Elon, Mark, Jeff, right? Get at me for these boots. Just saying. All right, let's continue. Guys, now it is time for our segment. Something's got to go.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I will pose 3 man-made things, objects, systems, and you tell me what's got to go.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Factory farming, lab-grown meat, organic farming. Okay. Hear me out. Cuz I'm this is going to sound weird, but you'll have to understand what I'm saying. Lab-grown meat can go. The jury is still out. We don't know the science behind lab-grown meat. I don't think lab-grown meat is necessarily healthy for you. I will say that how do I say this nicely? To make it taste like actual meat, you have to do so many things. And it just seems weird. And I don't want like the Impossible Burger. I don't want any of that. I don't want lab grown meat. And I don't like the fact that some of these states are allowing you to sell lab grown meat and not label it as lab grown meat. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, fam. Now, at the same time, factory farming and organic farming, I have problems with both. Factory farming because, I mean, we've all seen the videos of factories being farmed. I mean, of farms actually being factories. And I'm sure we've all read how do I say this nicely? We've all read the articles and watched the news stories, the news clips about how organic isn't really organic out here in the Americas. Organic really just means organic pesticides, which means you're still getting the pesticides. It's just labeled as organic. Organic just means less chemicals. So, yes, lab-grown meat can go. But I don't want factory farming and organic farming to just be out here thinking that I want to keep y'all. No. This was the lesser of 3 evils. Okay, just saying. Now, look this up later. This is such a side note, and I know we go on tangents sometimes. Look this up. Regenerative. This is why I can't write in the air because I also can't speak. Regenerative farming. That's what we need. Read about that the other day. That's what we need. So it's basically also we would just eat less meat, but we love steaks. So anyway, lab-grown meat can go. DNA testing and ancestry services, all one. So DNA testing and ancestry services, cloning technology, stem cell research. Okay, so stem cell research has to stay, right? There's been too much good to come from stem cell research. Now, how they get the stem cells, maybe a little icky. Maybe a little icky. Yes, understandable. Now, cloning technology. Oh, why was this even a question? I just needed to read it twice. Cloning technology can go. Cloning technology can go. First of all, stem cell research not going nowhere. So it's either DNA testing, which how do I say this? Again, I'm trying to choose my words like politely out here because ain't nobody trying to get in trouble again. Long story. Just I don't feel like getting in trouble. So many times I've been in trouble with this podcast, with the things we've said. And it's a wild time and we're not stopping. But DNA testing is kind of BS. Only because it's like sometimes I don't need it. Wait, hold on. DNA testing? Oh, wait, hold on. If we get rid of all of DNA testing, what about like people that commit crimes? Oh, no, never mind. We're going to keep DNA testing. Stem cell research and DNA testing can stay. I thought when they said DNA testing and ancestry services, I put them all together because ancestry services, they need your DNA. But if we're just talking DNA testing, we kind of need that to solve some crimes out here. Proper DNA testing, not like the BS they do to black guys and then send them to jail. Just saying. Cloning technology can go. Ain't nobody want clones. I don't want to be cloned. I don't want to see clones. I don't want to make a clone of my pet. That's dumb. I've seen that. Regardless, I mean, listen, I know you guys miss your dogs, but you don't need to make a clone of them because that one's going to die too. And what are you going to do? Right? A clone. Also, there's the technology of the cloning technology isn't that great. And you guys are making clones like now. And that's kind of scary because that's when the robots come. You know, robots and clones will be the downfall of society. We'll see. We're about to see. All right, guys, that is our segment. Something's gotta go.
Get out of here.
Let us continue. Would you rather live in a house where every faucet dispenses a random drink, or one where every light fixture changes colors to fit your mood? I don't want to be surprised when I'm drinking. Also, I don't even, well, you know what? No, because I want to say random drink, but when I'm using the faucet, I just want water. I just want water. And I know some of you are thinking, well, what about the shower? The shower, you'll get water. The shower, you'll get water. The sink, I don't know. That's the problem. If I take a shower and then, or like, okay, backtrack. I was gonna say if I take a shower and then I want to wash my hands, that doesn't make any sense. You should, unless you're dirty as hell, then you should definitely be washing your hands in the shower. I don't want to have to wash my hands in the shower. Now, would it be great if like ginger ale came from my bathroom sink? No. Now that I said it out loud, no. I don't want soda coming from the place that I pee. No, thank you. No, thank you. And also, do you really want to like use the restroom, need to wash your hands, and it's just root beer? No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm grown. Give me water. Give me water. That's all I'm saying. Or a house where every light fixture changes colors to fit your mood. This might sound weird, but sometimes I'll be angry and I realize how angry I am until someone says, yo, you're pissed, bro. Right? So if I have light fixtures that are like, yo, hey, you're like pissed. Right? If I walk into my house and suddenly all the lights were regular and then suddenly everything turns red, I'm like, oh, I'm angry. Oh, let me go take a shower. Let me go meditate. Right? But also, it's like if something bad happens and suddenly I'm not angry. Right? If let's say someone was in my house and the lights were just green because I'm in a really good mood. And they said, yo, I'm going through some hard times right now, blah, 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 blah. And then the lights stay green. I mean, that's probably going to cause some problems with some of my friendships. Right? Because sometimes sometimes I'll get a friend and they'll say some things and I'm like, I don't really care. I don't really care either way. Right? I have other things to think about. I got a podcast. I got stand up. I got scripts to write. We have other things to think about. Just saying. Sometimes I don't really that much care. Right? So if you're in my house and you're saying something sad and the lights stay green, you're probably going to get upset. You're probably going to get upset. Just saying. All right. Would you actually? No. You know what it's time for? We're going to do our newest segment, Celebrity Showdown.
It's time for a showdown.
I'm going to pose situations, and you tell me whether or not it is more likely to be the queen of pop, the queen of music right now, right? Beyonce Knowles, or the other queen of pop. Is she a pop artist? I don't know what to classify. It's Taylor Swift. I don't know what to classify Taylor as. So email toughchoice@outlook.com. But is she a pop artist? I don't know. But we're going to pose some situations and you tell me whether it is billionaire Taylor Swift or pretty much billionaire Beyonce Knowles Carter. Most likely to fake bad Wi-Fi to leave a boring conversation. If that's not Beyonce, I don't know what it is. If that's not Beyonce, I don't know what it is. I don't know. How do I say this? Again, how do I say this nicely? I've been saying that all podcasts. The next podcast, we won't be doing that. Next podcast, most likely will be Roxy Hayes. So that will be as ignorant as ever. So how do I say this? For those of you who aren't tuned with Beyonce don't go outside like that. Beyonce, you won't see Beyonce at like a restaurant. You won't see her doing none of that. Right? So most likely leave a boring conversation, be like, my Wi-Fi is bad. I can't. You're breaking up. I'll call you later. Yeah, that sounds like Beyonce. Most likely to get caught talking trash on a hot mic. Taylor Swift. Right? Taylor Swift would do it, and I feel like Taylor Swift is such a smart, shady person that she would do it and want to get caught. She would do it on purpose for the purposes of being caught. That's what Taylor would do, I feel. Just my opinion. I feel like Taylor would definitely do it where it's like, oh, wow, huh? Yeah, oh no. I was caught talking trash about such and such's wife. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It was a hot mic. Of course she that's just because she wanted to. Right? She wants the drama. Most likely to join a reality show just for the drama. If that's not Taylor, that's not Taylor. I'll say it again. If that's not Taylor, that's not Taylor. What am I saying? If that's not Taylor Swift, then the current Taylor Swift is a clone. Just saying. Most likely to ghost their own birthday party. Beyonce knows. She don't go outside. If I threw a party for Beyonce right now, she would not show up. If I threw a party for Beyonce right now, she would not show up. Just ghosting people. Am I famous? No. Have I met Beyonce? No. Would she ever be in the same room as me? I don't know yet. We don't know yet. But I feel like even if I was the richest person in the world, actually, we'll backtrack. If Elon Musk threw a birthday party for Beyonce Knowles, I highly doubt Beyonce would show up. Just saying. I don't know. I just don't think she would. All right. That was it. That was Celebrity Showdown.
It's time for a showdown.
Last one, and then we'll do a what? And then we'll do the final choice. Would you rather have a backpack that grants you random useful item daily? Okay. Or a pen that creates objects for 24 hours? I'll take the 24. Oh, no. Random useful items daily. I'll take the backpack. Because the backpack is forever and the pen, it's only 24 hours. That's simple. The backpack is forever. And the fact that they said useful, if they just would have said, honestly, I'm not going to lie, if they just would have said items, I probably wouldn't have cared to do that. But the fact that they said like useful items, then yeah, of course. I'll do the useful items. I feel like the useful item is gonna be, oh, here's a sword. Like there's this like monthly service for like men where it's like, oh, you get a pocket knife, you get like a leather a leather trimmer thing, and it's like, yo, some of those things I don't need. Yes, they're useful, but not for me. All right, just saying. All right, now it is time for our final choice. I'm gonna pose a situation. Will the situation be absurd? Of course. And you tell me, what would you do? It's World War II. Your mission is to capture the nearby town, but your tank broke down and the city is heavily fortified. Also, there are lots of zombies. What do you do? I'm going to read it again, just one time, because I feel like some of you, i.e., me, don't fully comprehend what's going on. So this isn't for me. This is for you. This is kind of for me, not really, kind of, not. Yes, it's for me. It's World War II. Your mission is to capture the nearby town. I'm hoping I'm on the good guys' side. I'm hoping I'm on the side that is not the bad side of World War II. I'm hoping my uniform is blue. I am praying. All right. My tank broke down and the city is heavily fortified. Also, there are lots of zombies. What do you do? My mission is to capture the town, so we're going to capture the town. If my mission is capture the town, I'm going to call in reinforcements. That's what I would do. I would call in reinforcements immediately. I wouldn't even hesitate. It's World War II. There's still radio signal. There's no like phones, but there's still radio signal. I can do like a little mayday. I can put out a SOS, right? If my tank broke down, I'm assuming it still works. I don't know. What does breakdown mean? Does it mean that I'm just in the tank? Or does it mean that it can't move, but it can still do stuff? It can still shoot, right? And most tanks don't really have a lot of ammo in them, I don't think. I don't know how tanks work, but I can only assume you don't got a lot of ammo in that tank. So I would call a mayday. I would need way more because there's lots of zombies, right? And I'm assuming zombies are just trying to attack everyone, not just me or my side. They're trying to attack both sides. So yeah, I would try to use that to some type of advantage, right? But first of all, I would try to get out of that area, and then I would, build the cavalry and then go capture the town, or die trying if that's my mission, right? And listen, would I want to go AWOL and run? But no. Yes I do. I would. If we're being totally honest, what I would actually do is just run and try to hide and try to get back to the base to safety. That's what I would try to do. But if I had no fear of zombies, then yeah, I would call in the cavalry and we would go capture that town. And on the way we would kill the town people, not the town people, but like the army on the other side and the zombies. And that's what we would do. Guys, that is our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman podcast. You can find me online at Kazeem Rahman, at Kazeem Comedy. That's KAZEEM Comedy. Our audio engineer is AyoQueez at 725 Media. You can find them online at sign 725 Media. 7 is written out. 25 is the number. Media is the word. All one word. Get at them for all your audio, visual, and podcast needs. And then if you have a tough choice question you want us to consider, or you have a final choice question, or you just have let me make sure. Okay, it is 725. I thought it was 724 for 2 seconds. I'll start that part all over, but don't edit this out. If you have a tough choice question, when we say tough choice question, we mean a would you rather, we mean a celebrity showdown, we mean a something's gotta go, right? We mean a what would you do, or if you have a moral dilemma you just want us to consider on the podcast, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. You guys have been amazing. Bye. Tough choice with Kazeem Rahman. Would you rather? Tough choice. Only be able to wipe your tough choice by scooting around on the carpet. Tough choice. Tough choice.
What kind of carpet is it? If it's alpaca, give me the carpet.